Okay, hello everybody. I know usually I would start with a piece of video here, I would start with a news article, but I just want to talk to you for a moment about this industry and the recent news with Ryan Clark. So there is a report out right now that Ryan Clark, Karl Ravech, and many others. I saw Cam Newton too, David Lloyd, longtime Sports Center anchor. I believe I said Karl Ravech, but he's been there for like 30 years. They are being let go by ESPN today. And I want to tell you a few different things about this. The first is this industry is shrinking, and it is by design. When private equity started buying local newspapers, it was twofold. The first was because our corporate overlords, as we live in an oligarchy in the United States of America, do not like the truth getting out. So how do you silence it? You shutter news divisions. You silence the journalists. You silence the reporters. And if journalists don't have a way of making money because they got to keep a roof over their head, and they got to be able to pay for their rent, their utilities, groceries. I know a lot of people that have just left the industry altogether. And that's sad. That is not a good thing. But also, when we have a corporate takeover like, for example, Sinclair and other entities, what they also don't want is people who will call this stuff out. And this is why someone like a Stephen A. Smith or a Pat McAfee are perfect. Because when they do call it out, it is with a right-wing twist. Ryan Clark, according to the reporting from Front Office Sports, was doing NFL Live. NFL Live has won a ton of Emmys. It's a quality football show, whether you like it or not, because if you're hate Amina Kimes, a lot of it has to do with that. But he was told while he was on air that he was being let go. And we learned about this because according to one journalist, Burke Magnus leaked it to Outkick. Tells you a lot. And Outkick ran with it. So this report goes live, and now you see so many people cheering because they don't like Ryan Clark. He said that he was supporting Kamala Harris. He is about black liberation. He is a guy who speaks up about a lot of different issues. Some people said, oh, it was because of him, the CeeDee Lamb thing with Peter Schrager, and I had an interaction with him that I regret, blah, blah, blah. And it was basically like, you don't know what you're talking about because you didn't play. Not an amazing comment, but that's not the reason that he was fired. I want everyone to let go. I want everyone to understand this. That is not the reason he was let go. The reason he was let go was because he was too much, in a way, to the left on social issues. We saw it with Max Kellerman. We're seeing it with Ryan Clark. Stephen A. Smith even said it at one point. He said, after Kimmel, he's coming. And you got to learn how to navigate through this process. No, you don't. No, you don't. Basically, what he's saying is, I'm in it for me. And I am going to temper what I have to say about the Trump administration. That's what he said. Which is just foolish. Now, here's where I'll relate to Ryan Clark. I think his politics are pretty good. Do I think they're all the way there? No, but I think they're good. I worked for a company at one point when I was with the Young Turks, and I left, and then I went to Chicago. And the company, in my view, overhired. And they hired a lot of people, a real lot of people. And I'm not going to go into the details of, where I thought they could have done better, or, how I could have possibly helped them out a little bit more, or what have you. I mean, honestly, I'm just saying that I think I crushed. But I remember when they started cutting people. And when that happens, the newsroom is just a wreck. It's all that people talk about. That's it. It saddens me because we had shows that went on for a large portion of the day. And our shifts were 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 2 hours on. And in between, we would prep, we would have production meetings, we would talk about graphics, we would talk about SOTs, And they started cutting people left and right, and we start getting more nervous and more nervous and more nervous. And I remember while I was in the green room getting ready to go on, I was called into my boss's office, and they told me that I was the latest to be cut. I am now going to be freelance. My salary is completely gone. My benefits are completely gone. But hey, you have a show in 5 minutes, so go out there. Go get them. That's what I was told. That crushed me. Imagine giving your all to something, doing whatever is asked of you, hardly ever taking PTO. Whenever they needed me, I was there. Whatever they needed me to do, I would do it. Wherever they needed me to go in the field, I was there. I was, and still is to this day, the gold star worker. And they told me that day that I am now practically unemployed. What am I going to do if I have to go to the doctor? How am I going to afford rent? What is going to happen here? My life is in shambles. And I had to go do a show. I made it through 2 segments. I get emotional thinking about this because it made me feel so small as a human being. I made it through 2 segments. I went upstairs to my boss's office. Hey, blank. You just told me something that has rocked my world, and I can't do this right now. I know I'm supposed to be a pro's pro. My mind is elsewhere. I can't do this right now. Oh, yeah, bro. No problem, bro. All right, bro. We'll cover for you, bro. Whatever, bro. All right, bro. I go home and I cried. I cried a lot. Real men cry. I cried. I was crushed. In saying all of that, it is unfair when you have worked as hard as we have in such a cutthroat industry to be told that you are being let go or you're being put on freelance. You're not going to have insurance. You're not going to have a consistent paycheck. But go dance for us. Go do it. I understand where Ryan is coming from. I understand how he feels. Financial aspect aside, we are all human beings. And I say that because he was an NFL player and he's made a good chunk of money and he's going to be fine. But it doesn't mean that he should be taken advantage of. And no one should be fired mid-show, let go, mid-show, or just prior to. Those are terrible, atrocious business practices that also show a failure of leadership. So I feel for him. I feel for everybody in this industry because it is shrinking intentionally so by the people who run it. Meanwhile, Pat McAfee is probably going to get a raise from what I've seen, from his already lofty contract. ESPN is cutting all of these people, and they've already slashed the journalism department, all to pay Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee a large sum. It's pathetic. I fear the worst for this industry. And the reason I fear the worst is because I continue to fight for it every day, and I love it. I love it. I love doing this. I love bringing different stories. what I hate is people being taken advantage of and being crapped on. It's sickening, and it disgusts me every day. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.